I can't believe the time has come. Okay, you guys, I have not reintroduced or like talked about our products, each one of our products in so long. If you remember this thermostat, you will remember like day one Instagram stories came out. I decided I was gonna do skincare Sunday, and every Sunday I would like talk in depth on stories about one of the products. And I remember my goal used to be if 100 people would get to the end, I was like, yeah, that's a good video. That's how long it's been. Before highlights, before any of that. So obviously we are a lot bigger now. But I'm gonna reintroduce our products and then I'll save this on highlights. Starting with none other than bar soap, our bread and butter. So in order to keep this story concise, which I don't think that sentence has actually ever left my mouth before, but if you're curious about my skin history, my eczema, my contact allergies, dumpster diving, how I got here, why I started making soap, all of that is on our website under About. So we'll get into bar soap and why our bar soap is it's, I mean, this is what started it all. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I never set out to do this, but our bar soap is really good and it's carried me and us and this business a really long way. It is, like I said, our bread and butter. Okay, so I'm gonna open it up so you can see it. This is the Common Calendula, my first soap. It's unscented. It's a big, besides the fact of it being like a giant hunk of soap, it's actually one of the biggest bar soaps on the market. Three things really set our bar soap apart. And that is the actual formulation, how moisturizing it is, how lasting it is, the cost per wash, so how affordable and accessible it is, and the sustainability aspect. So I'll start with sustainability. So from a sustainable standpoint, bar soap across the board is going to be a more sustainable option than body wash. But our soap is also made without palm oil, and palm oil is a really harmful ingredient to the environment. Palm oil makes for a really hard bar of soap in a formulation, and our bar soap is a little bit softer. It's mostly olive oil. But yeah, so it makes it a really great sustainable option. Obviously there's no plastic left, and you can always order your bar soap or any of your products package free, so you'll get it with no boxes or labels if you prefer. We also, as a facility, are going zero waste, so that's just an added aspect. But to formulation. Okay, so I needed, with my crazy skin history and sensitivities and my skin being so reactive, I needed a few things. I needed a bar that was really versatile, could wash my hair, could lather 3 different ways, to shave with, to wash my face with, to shampoo with, great down to make laundry detergent, and also be moisturizing enough to not flare my eczema, because at the time, 2013, like the whole beauty space was totally different. There were no affordable options for lotion for me, and I just needed something that would work after I got. So I really just needed this bar to like do it all and keep my skin hydrated after I got out of the shower to not flare my eczema. And if you have really sensitive skin, you know that sometimes just like putting lotions or oils or anything on your skin after a shower can feel terrible, honestly. And so at the time, my skin was so inflamed and had impetigo and staph infections I was coming off of and all of these things that I just needed something, just like one thing that was simple, worked well, and kept my skin just intact. Like honestly, I was looking for just my skin to stay intact. And so I'm really proud of this bar and this formulation, and it's been to round this out, affordability and accessibility, which is probably one of my favorite things to talk about. If you go to our website, you will see that these single bars of soap are $9.80, or 3 for $25 is $8.30 a bar, is what it breaks down to. And if you're coming from drugstore soap, I'm sure you're probably like, that is not affordable, okay? But let me explain to you why it is. So it's the same cost per wash as Dove. So these are really big bars. They're really hydrating. They lather really big, so you don't need as much. They last a lot longer. For me, a bar of soap lasts about a month and a half, 2 months, but I'm also like shaving with it, washing my hair with it, washing my face. Like I use bars head to toe. But for other people, it lasts for months. Some of you guys literally will be like, this soap lasts me for 6 months. So cost per wash is actually affordable. Making sure that we keep that like affordability and accessibility as we grow. I mean, that's the entire cornerstone of the business. It's why I started making. There were no affordable options for me, just like basic staple products. And you know, it's like if you take good care of your skin and you use a quality soap, it can cut out a lot of skin issues that may arise, or steroid creams, or all of these things. So yeah, that's basically why it's affordable and still accessible, and something that I'm always working towards. And as we scale, like trying to see if I can make the products more affordable and drive the prices down while keeping the same quality. It's why we don't do a lot of wholesale, so that we can keep everything direct to consumer and not have to mark up our prices by double, or make our bars smaller or things like that. So that is my formal reintroduction of the soap. And I think that I'm the proud new owner of a calendula bar, because I literally like rubbed my hand all over this entire video. Luckily, this is actually probably my favorite soap. It's also the original soap. I love an unscented product. I grew up on free and clear everything. So obviously we have products that are made with essential oils, like soaps that are made with steam distilled essential oils. But I actually mostly use unscented bars still, which is kind of boring of me. And I think kind of disappointing when people are like, what's your favorite soap? And I'm like, unscented. I am nothing if not a eczema kid, like just through and through. Like I'm like, I don't know. Unscented is always my go-to. So okay, I'm gonna say list of highlights. If you need me, DM me or email Elise at customerservice@gojujuherbal.com. We can point you in the right direction of which soap you could try. I think that's it. That's a wrap. Steam distilled.